Right then, people, hope you're doing alright. So we're here to do the buy orders because the Rustor was delayed last week. Of course, no abnormals last night, and all 9 skins are about to become marketable at the exact same time. So we're all readily prepared. We got our links nice and ready, right, chat? You're all ready and prepared? Yes. So as you can see here, the Rustor has rotated, but of course, with a delayed Rustor, the skins won't become marketable when the new Rustor appears. Instead, they come out at midnight, and midnight is just about to happen. We're 1 minute to go. So last call, chat, to all of you, you need to strategize. If many people are focusing the likes of the Brutalist Armador, Neon Vibes Furnace, and Redemption Sap and whatnot, why not go for the other skins? Try and get an early barter down for cheap on the likes of the other skins, because you might be uncontested, and maybe other people might not be doing that. It's up to you if you want to do that, it's up to you. But it's just an option. So yeah, that over to here, you can see how much each of the skins sold. It kind of reinforced like my intentions in regards to what prices I might want to offer. And over in the server, we do have the prices all labelled out and dished right here, so we do help each other out in regards to that. A CS update came out a little bit earlier, but it's nothing. I'm not going to be distracted. No. Okay, I'm not panicky. I'm good. So let's go get these boulders down. 9 skins all coming out at the exact same time, pending we don't have any weird issues and people actually know that they can sell them now. We had that weird problem about 2 weeks ago. So I'm focusing the Brutalist Armador first. Just going to quickly get a price down and let's go. 6,000 buy orders immediately. Cool. Cool. That's normal. That's very normal. That's very normal, yes indeed. How do I compete against that? Huh? How do I compete against that? Redemption Sap, good day to you. La -da 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 -da. Pirate Sheepman Adore, wow, they're like all immediately appearing. I'm not mad, I like that. I like that to happen more often if it could. Oh well, some of them aren't appearing. Okay, let's go do that second batch of buy orders. I should, get ready for those skins. I already did these buy orders. No, Hedge, you got it the wrong one. Alright, let's get a quick look at the prices. Oh, that's a nice bit of... okay, so I've got to figure out what's going to be my price in terms of dollars. I've got to figure this out. It's going to be like 2.2, I think. Let's go 2.17. Something a little bit odd, but out of nowhere. Okay, cool. So we're going to go 50, because I'm pushing all the way up to $3 with that. In regards to this, I'm going to push all the... Oh, wow, it's looking like it's already got a bunch of very strong support there. Pushing all the way up to about $2.50, so I'm going to request 50 of these as well. And yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I'm very optimistic for many of these skins. Oh, well, I went a little bit too high on that one. Right. 50, yes. All 3 of these skins, mainly, I am very optimistic for. Pirate Sheepman Adore, you're okay. I don't hate you, but I honestly think... I'm not fully confident in you, but I respect you. You're cool, but I get the feeling the people who are going to buy you are mainly only going to be the people who own the Pirate Collection, which I could imagine will be a lot of people. We did talk about that a fair bit. Ronin, I do believe you got a lot more interest in you, but I want to see how many listings you have. Don't start playing games with me. Work for me, Steam, please! Oh, God. Right, let's just wing it. I would like to see how many... things it has. Ronin, what did we say? We're going to go... Oh, there you go. All right, that's a bit better. Yes, because the Ronin collection is now out, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be appreciating this a fair bit better. I almost offered $10 there. Oh, God. Whoa! That would have been awkward. Very, very awkward. Then we have the Damascus hoodie. Not that confident in this one, I'm afraid. Wow, I think plenty of other people aren't very confident in this one either. There is not a lot of buy order support on some of these skins. Okay, wow. No one likes you, Frog, I'm afraid. I don't want to sound mean, but clearly the buy orders just aren't there. Wow, that was low. I mean, I'll go a little bit higher, but like I'm not sure. All right, over to here. Go through a second run of these. Ronin SAR, you're pushing up to about $1.10, 15. That's not too bad. Do I want to go higher? I might. I will. Maybe I will. Now we'll go about here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go there. I can imagine it does quite all right in the future, but I'm just not super sure if everybody's going to be going crazy for the likes of, well, the, what am I trying to say? The collection, the full Ronin collection. Ronin. His name is Ronin. Please remember, don't be rude. Right. So I was panicking a little bit earlier because I didn't have any money. Rather, I didn't have that much money to work with, was the issue. I had far too much buy order amount. It's all added up. We also had the TF2 Smithmas update come out today, and I was desperately trying to sell more things because I've unfortunately been spending money. Look at all that pending. Yeah. So to all you Rust people out there that are looking forward to selling all of your Christmas skins soon, this is going to happen to you. You're going to get pending. Now, this is actually going to be really, really good when it's post-Christmas because you'll just constantly be able to keep selling things and it'll still keep, like the pending can build up to God knows how much, like infinity. And then, 2 days later, it all just rolls onto your account. So, of course, when that happens, when you're over your maximum Steam wallet, you can't sell anything by then. But when it's in pending, you got 2 days to try and fill it up as much as you can before. Well, there you go. It all appears and then you have a mega stacked account. But we're not really here to talk about that. We're here to try and get this builder done, and it's not here yet. So what we'll probably go and do is we'll take a look at the builder support after we take this quick break, as in we're going to, quickly skip to the future. And with that, right then, people, we're back. So we waited a fair bit, but unfortunately a skin still has not yet appeared, and we don't want to wait any longer, so we're now going to jump in and start talking about all the skins in regards to their builder support, and we're going to see how likely they're going to behave over the course of this, the rest of this month, and will they potentially succeed. So first up, as you can see, they've all got prices now, very nice, but not the double barrel shotgun, because that's the skin that we still are yet to see in the Steam market. Let's now go over to here, and let's go take a look at the skins one by one. So we have seen the return of the botters. That has 7,000 requests. That is ridiculous, but it's not too hard to figure out because as you go down to here, there's like 6,000 buy orders right there. So again, typically, if we didn't have that, we'd still have over 1,000 buy orders at the very least. But if we look at the buy order support as we scroll up, looking very strong. This was a $3 skin, and it's pushing all the way up to $2.80. Lowest listing right now is $3.50, but honestly, guys, I can't see anything competing with this unless we go even more pay to win, which, I don't know, at the current rate, we might get to at some point in the future. But yeah, with even the hatch down, you see so much. That is way too good. And, well, I'm pretty sure when many more people will be hopping in to play this game, they'll notice this, they'll appreciate it. This only did about 15,000 bare minimum sales, and that is not that much. So this is going to have a very nice future ahead of it. Fingers crossed. We shall see what happens next. But if we were to see someone with like a Twitch drop in the future, with something like that, or even better, well, that might be a little bit awkward. But for now, that's probably the best thing you're going to get in terms of a armored duel with some see-through mesh. And with that, I'm pretty sure it's definitely going to be retaining its value. And around January time, it's probably going to get a lot of appreciation. But yeah, so if you missed out on this, you could probably put down a stronger buy order whilst you can. But from here and now, I think it's just going to hold the value and then, of course, rise in value. If that sounds good to you. Moving on, we had the likes of the Neon Vibes Furnace. This was a $2.49 skin. And, well, look at the bar to support and you might notice something. Yep, looking very, very strong. Now, if we go to the bottom, once again, we do have a ridiculous botted buy order right there. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, if we just scroll up, as you can see, there's a fairly decent amount, $1, but then as we push up, it'll go all the way up to about $2, and as we push up, it goes all the way up to $2.47. This right here is very likely to be doing super good, pending if we do see the likes of more deplorables being made and accepted. More realistically, the large box. Now, the large box wasn't accepted today, but it can still potentially be accepted for the last Rustor in December for this year. I'm talking December 28. So yes, whilst we do have 2 Christmas Rustors after, today, the end of this month, we do still have 1 regular Rustor to go. And even then, we do have the first Rustor for January as well. During that period of time, that's where we're going to see peak player counts. That's where we're going to see a ridiculous amount of people wanting to buy skins. And if it does come out during then, much like how we saw the likes of the Tempered Collection's Deplorable skins rise up in price when that large box skin was accepted. I'm talking about Tempered Garage Door and Tempered Sheet Metal Door, if you can't remember that. As we had the first Rust Door all the way back at the very beginning of January, those two skins were doing all right. They rose up in price initially already, but when that large box appeared, the Garage Door boosted all the way up to like $20. When just before that it was like at $8. It was ridiculous. So that's just an example of what we could potentially see if we do see the collection being continued. This did about 18,000 bare minimum sales. In the grand scheme of things, that's not too bad. That's not too crazy. I can see it having a very good future ahead of it, especially with the design and the nice interior. I think it's going to be doing good. So with what we see here with its support, it doesn't look like it's going below its restore price. It looks like it's holding on. It looks like it's going to be doing very good around January time. So keep an eye out, keep an eye on it. And if you missed out, again, you could do a fairly solid buy order, grab some whilst you can, and we'll see what happens next. Next up, we have the Redemption set. Now, with the first three skins that I've mentioned, I should also point out, and I did mention it in the Rust rotation video, I did buy 50 of each. I was confident in all three of them. And this right here, this set right here, is apparently the lowest selling Redemption skin out of all the Redemption collection. So as I've said many times, as we reach the likes of post-Christmas, a lot of people are going to want to buy the Redemption collection. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Just go take a look at all of it. Nice, red and shiny. Probably the most perfect thing that you could put on your brand new weapon racks that you probably just bought. So yes, between this and the likes of the Chameleon collection, I believe that both of them are going to be having very nice futures over the course of the next few weeks, over the course of post-Christmas. And with this selling the least amount, yes, this has even less than the custom SMG. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty confident people are going to want to buy the full collection, and with this the lowest selling one, there's only so many of these in circulation, all the better for it to rise up in price. You know I was going to say that, but it is what it is. It's very likely going to happen. So that didn't do too crazy in terms of its sales, and that very likely could mean it's going to be rising up in price a whole lot easier, and potentially better profits as well. So with the likes of that, things are optimistic for it. Now, when you look at the likes of its buy orders, well, again, botted buy order right here around $1.20-ish. But as you look at all of this, you can see that it's nicely building up all the way up to $2 and beyond. So we've got a fairly decent buy order pushing up to about $2.27. This was a $2.49 skin. I can imagine this is going to be doing A-OK. Again, like the other previous two skins, this is going to have a very nice, comfy January time. Post-Christmas is looking pretty good for this. And if you missed out, well, you still got the opportunity to jump in and put in a decent buy order. Let's see how this potentially rolls out. But all the positives I just mentioned there, I can't help but think he's going to have a very comfy, easy time ahead of him. Good job there, Mr. Redemption set. Well, actually, no, you didn't say that much, but whatever. All right, moving on. Here's the Pirate Sheet Metal Door. This was a $2 skin, and, well, the buy orders... This wasn't botted, but if you look all the way up, it goes all the way up to about $1.40-ish. Now, we weren't super confident in it, but like I said, I can't help but feel the likes of the people buying the Pirate Collection because Blackout's too expensive, and technically speaking, Kevlar's still somewhat similar in terms of price. A lot of people will probably be wanting to buy the Pirate Collection, and simply noticing that there's other pirate skins, such as the Sheet Metal Door, I can't help but people notice it and probably want to use it as well. It's a perfectly fine, straightforward, glow-in-the-dark Sheet Metal Door with a cool-looking crossbones on the front. I think he'll be appreciated. I think he'll be doing all right, but I can't help but think it will be going below its restore price slightly. Basically, with the barders pushing all the way up to about $1.50-ish, I could imagine it might dip down a fair bit. However, I can imagine it having a perfectly fine time around post-Christmas time. It might not rise up in price insanely, but I can imagine it doing okay. So if you pick one up for a fairly decent price, you might be able to flip it for a decent price as well. Not many of these sold. If we go back over to here and take a look, you can see that this only did about 9,600 bare minimum sales. Well, 9,700 to be a little bit more precise, but yeah, you can see that there wasn't that many that are bought. It's not like it's flooded. We'll probably see not many listings over the course of time. It's probably got a decent future ahead of it, so we'll see how it all plays out. But as of now, it does look like it's going to dip in price, at least in the short term. We'll see what happens over the course of the long term. Now, Ronin SAR, there was a bit of a spike in demand and interest in this because the Ronin collection actually got finished, as we can see back over to here with the Rust store. So with the likes of this, the hoodie and pants are accepted for today. Well, technically they were accepted yesterday, so we fully well were aware of how we were going to approach it when we figured out the prices yesterday. And back over to here, let's go take a look at how much those SARs sold, because this only did 6,491 bare minimum sales, which is really low. In fact, it's lower than the AK, which at the moment I think is actually doing quite all right. It's not doing terrible, but it's in a better position than what it was. So this sold less than that. This came out when this just came out. I think it might be doing pretty good. Now, it's all a case of, will the Ronin collection as a whole actually do all right? Do people want to dress up in full red and with the cool looking face masks and whatnot? I think it would be all right. Look at the support, it's only going up to $1.20. That's awkward. Now, in terms of what it currently has for its support, I can't imagine it's going to be retaining its value. However, if it didn't sell that much, again, maybe we don't see that many listings. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see the likes of this actually retain its value, do good, and with people potentially having interest in Ronin collection, that'll get bought out. There's only so much of it in circulation. It rises up in price quite easily then, potentially. Those are all perfect conditions. Not everything is perfect. Not everything plays along in terms of how we can theorize, if you get what I mean. It was a bit hard to explain that, but you understand. Not everything is perfect, and not everything follows what you imagine would be the plan. I'm struggling to explain myself. You know what I mean? Like, don't assume everything's going to work out all right. That'll be the best way of explaining it. So, it is nice for what it is. Let's see how it turns out after all of this. With the likes of Damascus hoodie, well, this was a $2 skin. The highest bar is $1.10. Yeah, and okay, so there's also another issue with this, because we now have 2 Christmas Rush stores ahead of us. December 14 and December 21 will be Christmas Rush stores. It's only going to have Christmas themed Rush skins. We're not going to see Damascus Tier 2 or boots and gloves for at least another 2 or 3 weeks. There's a lot of people that likely bought the likes of this skin, and of course this skin right here, which is also only at $1, with barders only going up to 94 cents. Yeah, these aren't going to hold their value whatsoever. Well, actually, in all fairness, this right here was a 99-cent skin. I got to remember that. That wasn't... Yeah, so this was normal. This actually might do better then, because, again, this sold for 99 cents. Whereas this, well, I don't imagine he's going to be doing super good. There's no buy order close to $2, and we've already got one listing below $2. So, yeah, he's instantly going to suffer. The pants might do all right, though. But we do have to question, will we ever see the likes of the Tier 2 being accepted? I do envision the Damascus Tier 2 will be made, but with the amount of collections that are hoping to get Tier 2 accepted this year, San Rhino, Thunder Gold, Redemption, there's plenty of other collections as well. So, yeah, there are no guarantees. It's awkward, I know, I understand, but this is the position we're in. So, yeah. If people don't get instant gratification, if people don't instantly see the Tier 2 armor being accepted, and it's not going to happen based on the rules I just pointed out to you, well, yeah, they're probably going to dump them, and the price will very likely suffer. It sucks, doesn't it? So, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to do a good job of retaining its value. Pants better off, though, because you do have decent amount of buy orders pushing up to $1. I think people mistakenly assumed this was also $2. Then we had the Frog Box, and, well, this was a $1.49 skin, and the buy orders, well, they're only pushing all the way up to about 85 cents. No, that's not going to retain its value. It doesn't look like it's going to be doing good. It's unfortunate, but I guess people just didn't really care for the skin and the set, which, again, unfortunate, but you look at the support there, and, well, awkward. But then again, maybe with today, or rather these buy orders, not everybody was fully well aware that this was happening, that this was going to take place right now. So maybe by tomorrow or over the weekend, all of these skins that we just saw very likely will be getting a lot more support. Let's not rule out the possibility of that. So we've just had Force Wipe. We're expecting to have a very nice weekend. Weekends after a Force Wipe tend to have the highest peak player count of the month. But then again, we've got Christmas and whatnot afterwards. But I wouldn't be surprised if we will be seeing a lot more support for the likes of all of these skins that we just saw. So once everybody can see it in the Steam market, we will see some more people jumping in and making some buy orders. So get a good look at all of these whilst you can, and look at them again in about 2 days' time, and maybe we'll see a whole lot more. And then the Pressurizer double barrel shotgun it's still not here. But I will be doing like a 70-cent to 90-cent buy order, because it's completely isolated by itself. It's not part of a collection, and double barrel shotguns have not performed very well this year. It is very unfortunate, but it is what it is, and it's just under 5,000 bare minimum sales. Potentially at some point, maybe it gets manipulated, who knows, but I'm not going to rely upon that. I'm not going to simply invest into it purely based on the idea that it could be manipulated. It's not something you want to ever rely upon. All right. Okay, so with that, that's basically it. That was everything that needed to be said. What's on the front page? Well, it's more Ronin with some comics and whiteout. We haven't seen that much interest in Christmas content yet, unfortunately. So maybe it's going to have to take the first Christmas store to really invigorate people to want to jump in and buy those skins. We have seen that before. All right. So if you're constantly wondering, well, what's going on with the Christmas stuff, that seems to be the answer. We have to probably wait until either this weekend or when the actual Christmas content comes out. Also, don't forget, this Monday, I'm talking the 11th of December, the Twitch Rivals event will be taking place. Don't forget to get all of these Twitch drops. There's plenty of very interesting skins right there, but you do need to figure out who you want to watch because you only have a certain amount of time. You have 4 days. 4 days to try and get whatever you can. And when it's gone, it's gone. That sucks, doesn't it? So start prioritizing who you'd want to go for. Remember, you don't have to watch anyone specifically for the generic drops. You could watch anybody playing Rust on Twitch, and you'll be able to get these skins. But do remember, with like the Twitch Rival stream, you do have to specifically watch that stream to be able to get these skins. All right? And they don't stream that much. They a reasonable amount, but a lot less compared to everybody else. So you might want to potentially prioritize that if you'd like these skins. And so with that, I think we're basically done. The peak today was 128,465. By the time you're watching this video, go take a look and see what it was over the course of the weekend. Maybe the weekend went even higher. Hopefully. Today could be the potential that it is the beginning of the momentum for Christmas and post-Christmas momentum, as in demand will be increasing, prices will be increasing. But of course, this is only the beginning. Let's see what happens over the course of this weekend, over the course of next week with Twitch Rivals, and of course with the first Christmas Rustor, and then the actual Christmas content being added next Saturday. Next Saturday, 7 o'clock in the evening, UK time, United Kingdom. Just look up London time, and yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening. All right, all good? Sounds good. So that, keep an eye on the commits, see what silly things are currently being worked on and whatnot, and we'll just wait and see what happens next. And don't forget, please consider supporting a streamer, because if you want to be able to get that, you're going to need to have to donate to people on Twitch streams at the very least, who are currently streaming Rust. You have a good 3 weeks to get this done. If you really don't care for it, fine, fair enough, understood. But you probably could do it, get a code and then give it to a friend. The option's available to do that if you want to do that. But other than that, it's up to you with what you do. And so, that was that. And have you seen how ridiculous the amount of sales we've seen for the likes of these? This Legacy Kevlar, after 6 hours, had 10,000 sales each, basically. It was ridiculous, and it's still steaming on ahead. We are, like 10 hours after the Rustor rotated, 16,000 sales bare minimum, 14,000 sales bare minimum. After 24 hours, I wouldn't be surprised if we're doing about 25k. Yeah, we'll find that out. So I will be tweeting that out. I will be putting that on my Twitter, so feel free to keep an eye out for the likes of that. But for now, I hope you'll have a lovely weekend. I hope you enjoy, with all the Christmas festivities and whatnot. I just hiccuped there. Sorry about that. I should wrap up. So thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you had a nice time, and I'll see you again later. Goodbye.